with those guys and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those guys.
What's up there, Lawrence? What's up, man?
I'm good, man.
It's
Happy.
Hey, the middle of the week, Wednesday. How's everyone out there in the chat? Hey, we got a few people out there. Ooh, Big Matt, what's up, Steven? Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yes. What's up, everyone? I'm sorry, I'm having an issue with my camera. I need to get a new tripod for it. Because
What's the problem?
it keeps sliding down. Hold on a second. Let me tell you.
You know what? I don't even see it. Matt, what's up? I'm Matt Fadwell. What's up? Well, every week we have some kind of technical issue. It just can't go. Who? Okay.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought I muted. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. I can't see what's going on with your tripod. But yeah, hey guys, what's going on? It's the middle of the week. How you guys doing?
I hope all you guys are well.
Oh, sorry about that. You go ahead, Tim, sir.
No, I was just saying, I hope these guys, everyone's doing well. It's hump day.
Oh, okay. So like I said, I hope everyone is getting out to fly, enjoying their drones. You know, it's coming on to that season, even though they'll start kicking people out of parks because of after Memorial Day.
Yeah. Matt Bagwell says my producer is fired. That's a prop. That's a prop man issue.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I have to get the props and find out why they give me this rinky-dink tripod for my camera. I know what happened to it. I was using it at first.
As a kickstand?
Before I got my tall tripod that I brought for my 360 camera, I was using the tripod from this camera here. But it wasn't good enough. So now I think one of the legs may be damaged or whatever. So, Mike Henrik, how are you?
Okay. Mike, what's going on, man?
Big Matt, Steven, everyone else who's out there we can and cannot see.
The 360 camera broke up your tripod. What you trying to say?
Probably.
How heavy is it?
It's not heavy, but the tripod is ultra cheap. It came with the webcam.
I got you.
Yeah, it's a webcam tripod. And you know those things aren't designed to last longer than a day.
Well, it's designed to hold up your webcam as long as you don't interfere with it.
Right. And I was putting the tripod on my 360 camera and holding the tip of the tripod, trying to get that 360 view to see if I disappear. And yeah. Make a long story short, I need a new tripod for my camera, but I can get something the next day. Fly Guy Merrill, what's good?
Fly Guy, did you disappear in the video?
No.
Oh, okay.
But when I got the real tripod that stands 5 feet by itself, yes. When I hold it up over me, yes. Yeah. So anyway, what's up? It's hump day, man. It's Wednesday. It's halfway through the week. Yeah. Things are
working on a few things and got stirring up in the pot.
Good. It's good to have your hand in a few pots on the stove cooking.
Well, I said we got a few things stirring up. And,
okay.
A few different things coming up. But this week, right? We gotta work on a couple of things that is putting together for us to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, back to the straight.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, the weather's.
Huh?
Was that me, or am I just seeing that? Or did everybody else see it? Hey, Mr. Ray Kelly, Captain Ray Kelly. I thought I forgot on my screen there was a freeze, so I just.
Hey, Ray Kelly, what's good? Well, I don't know, but the Spectrum has been screwing up lately because we're supposed to get 200 Mbps for the service that we have, And yes, not yesterday, last week they were Sunday for the before the stream, they were only giving us like 81 Mbps. And then today I check it, I do a little speed test.net, even though I know it's through their servers, and he's still pushing 91. So I need to tell my nephew to call them. How are you, Kate Ray Kelly? Hope all is well. Because if they're supposed to be pushing 200, that's right,
Yeah.
Captain Ray Kelly. You know, like Captain Marvel, it's Captain Ray Kelly.
So,
That's
yeah. So like I was saying before, the weather has been great, and I hope the guys have been able to get out and do their thing. We had a couple of things on the agenda tonight that we were supposed to talk about, and we wanted to talk about, and we would really like to talk about. But we're going to talk about some of it, most of them, if not all of
it. if majority of it, we're pretty sure we have a good lineup of information and stuff for you guys that want to hang out and check out the live stream. It's still early. It's still early. As the sun, go ahead.
No, we're gonna get to it. I'm just saying, we're gonna cover most of it, if not all of it.
Right, right. And as the summer gets nicer, this is where it goes to show who the true live streamers are. If you can survive a summer on YouTube doing live streams, and we're going on our third summer, FYI.
Yeah.
And Big Matt said, I hear an ice cream truck. I want one. He's right in front of the building, Matt.
Well, see. Okay, so get some ice cream, Matt. We'll be right here.
Yeah. I hear the ice cream truck. I want one. Matt Bagwell says, I liked ice cream, like that's past tense. Like you don't eat ice cream anymore, or
Matt's so tall that Matt probably looked in the window like this. Let me get a
and look in the freezer, right? Right? Could you imagine all the little kids looking up at him? He'd be like, "Yo, what you want, shorty?" While I'm in here. That's funny. That's true. Or he'd be at the same height as the guy, or he would be standing on the street as the same height as the guy in the truck, looking him eye to eye.
Looking down into the window.
Yeah. Draymond, what's good, man? How are you?
They said, Matt, no easy layups in here.
Not in my house. You remember that Matumbo commercial? Mm-hmm. He went around slapping things out of people's hands.
No, but Lawrence, you know what we were talking, and you know Litchi, right?
Yeah, yes, of course. I'm considering
very,
using it.
Right, they're very popular, third party flight app for flying your drones, especially DJI.
Mm-hmm.
And supposedly now you can live stream.
Turn sharing on.
Really, you need it? You really need sharing? You can live stream with the Litchi app to another device. So such as like I said, if you want to stream another device or your friend's device while you I guess fly your drone and stream from the drone. But here's the thing. This now is supporting the DJI Mini, the Mini 2 and the SE, and the Mavic Air 2, the 2S, the Mavic 2 Zoom and Pro. So I guess now this new live streaming platform from it is now supported, because I assume that these drones were already supported on that app, but I guess now this is something that they've now
well, adding the live streaming feature to it is exactly what they did. I'll share the video so you guys can watch it.
Because it's available for iOS and Android.
Right. Well, usually when Litchi puts something out, they put it out for They usually put it out for iPhone first,
Mhm.
and then Android usually gets an update
That's
later.
good.
Steven, what's good, man? I'm glad you're still here. JSK, how are you? Gary, Brand Aerials, how are you? Jody, what's good? NB Drones.
Well, see, what it is, it's an update that they have to its FPV um, live streaming feature. So basically, the first person view of
Mm-hmm.
what the drone is seeing on the live
Right.
stream. It's an
What they
update, so you can actually stream it to another device.
Another device, and then of course you could probably stream that device to wherever you want. But that's actually good. They call it's Litchi View. I'm looking at the instructions how it says to set up both. First, both devices must have the app, but
Right.
it looks pretty simple. Why both must both have the app? They must both have the app, and they must both have Wi-Fi and or internet
Right.
in order to be able to do it. Like preferably on the same network or hotspot, but I guess it wouldn't matter much if you're
No,
using it from your phone or your tablet. And
it wouldn't matter.
yeah, but you will actually, whatever you're using for first person view on whatever drones, hypothetically your Air 2S, I use a 10-inch tablet. It would stream from that 10-inch tablet to my phone or another device. So that'd be interesting because I was I asked you the other day, I was
Mhm.
thinking about getting Litchi to use because I'm just not happy with with that
With the
DJI Fly app. Yeah, I'm not.
Hmm.
I fly my Mavic Pro. My Mavic Pro is my oldest camera drone that I have, and it's on the Go 4 app, and I love it.
Okay.
So just to get that feature
I'm,
in, I think it would be worth it. Would you try this with Litchi?
what this?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm not big on the live streaming from the drone. I mean, a lot of guys do it. I don't know. Maybe I should try it. But I've used Litchi before in the past with the Phantom. Um, I don't know. The Go 4 app was always all right for me, so I never. Because remember, I come back. I go back to
Jody says
the Go app,
Jody says he use Litchi.
and I got Litchi back when I had the DJI Go app.
El Smeghead. Andy Cortez, how are you, sir? Well,
What's going
a
on, man?
lot of people use it. You know, Ray has sworn by it since I've known Ray. He hasn't used nothing
Yes. Yeah, he
Litchi.
does. And I think because in the past, a lot of these things, these mapping setups or these waypoint setups,
Yeah.
always more friendly to the iOS users, because I know at one point that
Hey, Bill.
in the beginning you had to fly your waypoints before you can
Right, you had to fly them and mark them.
right. I don't believe that that is the case with Litchi. You don't have to.
No,
And
from what I understand with Litchi, you can do everything on the tablet right there on the fly.
right,
And
but
I
in the beginning, those type of things was only available for iOS through
good
the
to hear.
so now, hey, wait, what's to as long as these guys get the opportunity to these things expand the life of some of these drones, the capability of doing other things with them
Mm-hmm.
and what you were doing when you first got it. Like what is the mini and the mini, you know, the mini is what, 2 years old now, going on 2 years old, right?
The Mini?
Yeah, mini's going on.
No.
How old is
Wait,
mini?
it came out in 2018. 19, 20, 21. That's 4 years old.
Okay, yeah, see,
The
no,
very
sorry.
first Mini came out in 2018.
So look at that. You're expanding the life of it, but being able to use it on other things and do other things that you couldn't do before with it. Because could you live stream from the Mini?
What happened? I don't think you could live stream from the original Mini. I think the SE or the Mini 2, they added that feature. I believe it was the SE. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. Someone who has one. Night Train, can you live stream from the Mini? I know he has a Mini. What's up, Night Train? How are you? Susan Lee, hi. Show.
Susan Lee.
Show.
Oh, Night Train. What's good, man?
Yeah, I know. I'm stopping by to give a like date tonight. Oh.
What? Huh?
Oh. You're pulling out the good cologne, huh? Night Train says he's got a date tonight, so I'm teasing him by saying you're pulling out the good cologne, not the cologne you put on to go to work with. The I'm getting some tonight cologne.
Oh, okay.
But Night Train, you have the Mini. Were you able to? Do you know if it was able to live stream? When I don't know, maybe someone else has it. Marcel, how are you? Marcel Access FPV.
Well, that would be interesting to know.
It would. Mini 2 you can if you use screen share. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. SJM Drones, welcome to the live stream. Happy hump day, everyone. We appreciate you all coming in, and welcome to Wednesday night with those guys.
Yeah, welcome, everyone. It is hump day.
Prism Live works well from the Mini 2. That's a screen sharing program. Okay.
Well,
thank you.
Well, now all of these drones have this update for the live streaming with Litchi.
I'm seriously going to, you know what, Herman? I'm seriously going to install, I'm going to go put some money in the bank and I'm going to install Litchi tomorrow. Hey, Chris, what's up? Drone Life RC.
It doesn't cost that much money, right?
What happened?
It doesn't cost that much money.
Yeah. I know, but I have to go put some money in the bank anyway.
There's no reason to make your mattress lopsided.
No, I know. Aerial Landscapes, what's good, man? Bob Casey, welcome.
Bob Casey. JSK, what's good, baby? Who else is here? Oh, Aerial Landscapes, what's up, man?
What happened?
Long time.
Yes, popping in. Appreciate the huh?
No, I was talking to some of the guys in the chat. Who else is here? Oh, Gary. Him.
Yeah, Gary's here. Gary's been here for a little while.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw him in there.
Which, FYI, I'm going to be on his live stream tomorrow night.
Oh, be careful over there. He asked some tricky questions.
Tricky questions, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm not worried about it. I trust that. I should be able to answer them honestly. NB Drones, what's good?
Now, I want to tell you the difference between his stream and Ray Kelly's stream.
Well, Ray Kelly had shrimp and lobster in the green room.
Right, between you and I.
Yeah.
I think Gary's shrimp is bagged shrimp.
You say Gary shrimp? There were a couple of gray ones in the bunch with the pinks.
It's the bag shrimp.
It's the bad shrimp. Max Sayer was
the bag shrimp. You know, the frozen one.
It's the bag shrimp. I thought you were saying bad shrimp. My bad.
Bagged.
Oh, Gary shrimp is in a bag. Ray Kelly's. All right, I got you.
Fresh shrimp.
That's what it is. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Herman sounds disappointed. Gary says. What's wrong with bag shrimp? If you're drunk, you don't taste it anyway.
No, I'm just being funny.
You know we love you, Gary. Ed Ray, yeah. But you want to have guests, you gotta have shrimp in the green room. And bag shrimp is better than no shrimp. Right? He said my shrimp is pollock. Wow. That's funny. Hold it. Let me go get my blue cup.
Listen, you put 2 bowls of M&Ms out there, they won't miss it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right?
You
I
know,
get the
but,
freshest shrimp in New Bedford. The drone says, don't buy seafood at the dollar store. You're right about that shit. If you buy seafood from the dollar store, I'm gonna warn you.
listen, they got everything in the dollar store.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I could not see myself buying shrimp at the dollar store where the pink lines are painted on it. Not even sushi.
No, I don't even know if they have that at the dollar store. That's a little too
No,
rich.
if I saw shrimp at the dollar store, I'd definitely walk away from that area. Stand there and watch to see who buys it.
Well, you know what? Is the biggest joke was the gas station sushi.
Oh, oh my goodness. Yeah, you're right. We get it in every week. It's
You
frozen when we get it here. We
you
have to
can
thaw it out for you.
you can tolerate the gas station sushi. You good.
Yeah. I've heard that NB drones, that New Bedford had some really good fishing over there. I did hear that, right, amongst some fishermen many years back. So I do believe that. But
Right.
that's funny, Herman. We got
I
something
could
here.
believe that. I could believe that, but I know Gary's just throwing around names.
That's what it is.
Hmm.
It's
No,
okay. It's only a day old, right, Marcel? Because it takes a day to thaw out from that whatever they pack it in. This is not ice.
what are you talking about? The frozen shrimp in the bag?
Yeah, there's just that or the sushi, either one.
Now, what was
Oh,
it that you
see,
had?
NB says they make it fresh in the supermarket. So you can get that here in New York. You have to go to Chinatown or Little
Oh, I
Italy to
said
get real fish.
I said the gas station sushi. It's been a real big joke amongst people about if you could tolerate the gas station sushi. I don't know. I'm good. I'm good either way. I'm not eating.
Listen, I would pay to watch somebody eat some gas station sushi.
Okay.
Put a stethoscope to their stomach and just listen to the bubbling and the gurgling that's going on in there.
Hey. Now, what was it you had that was almost breaking news?
Well, it's not breaking news, but it's our next story. We're coming
Oh,
up on a queue.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it was coming up on the queue. Okay. But what we got here was you know, there's been this calendar that your man Deals had put out on Twitter and all this other nonsense, and then now, keeping in line with this supposed calendar, you know, even though we, even though the one that we were supposed to have gotten already is still on pre-order for most, and now I guess keeping in line with the calendar or whatever, supposedly it's supposed to release in June, but there was some leaked photos that was covered on in what was it, Drone XL
Mm-hmm.
photos, as well as on there was some photos on Twitter of
Hold
the
on, I'm trying to pull. That's what it was. I had it full screen. Okay, you could go. I'm showing
yeah
them now.
of the RS3 and the RSC3, you know, was supposedly leaked, and you know, according to this guy here, Deals, this is supposed to have been released in June. So
Mm-hmm. Of this year.
yeah, so I don't know. You know, the what do you call it? The Mini 3 Pro was pushed back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they got pushed back like if somebody else had an album deal coming out and they had to push it back. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
right.
So I don't know. This here, I mean, you know, the big thing is like what can possibly be different about it? You know, it looks so much similar to, you know, the one that was before it, and, you know, like what features could possibly be, you know, involved, but I don't know whether it might improve the battery life on it. I didn't think the battery life was too bad on it. I don't know. You know, with the focus tracking, they might improve that. I don't know what do you think, Lawrence? You
As far as battery life, that's definitely a plus.
the only thing I would like, you know, I mean, realistically, if it was more user friendly in the balancing of
Yeah, from what I saw you go through with the balancing of yours, I mean, it's not hard. Yes, give the thumbs up, guys, please. It's not hard to 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 calibrate it, but I would think it would be a lot easier than what you had to go through.
yeah, I mean, you know, well, you got to see, you can keep it set for a specific camera and a lens, but if you add anything to the equation,
Right, if you add a
gotta
longer lens or
recalibrate.
something, you have to
Even
recalibrate it,
if you
right?
change the filter on that camera,
You got to recalibrate it.
right? If they're not the same weight,
Well, this one comes with an OLED display also, and they claim that it's all carbon fiber. So,
okay, maybe it's a little lighter. But to
but
be honest with you, excuse me, the screen on the last one wasn't hard to see.
it wasn't hard to see.
No, and I mean the thing worked fine. It works just fine. I mean, I'm sorry I don't have it here with me. It's inside, but it's very similar to that. I thought I would have brought it out here if Bone had moved that I could have shown everybody. But it works just fine. I mean, like I said, I don't think that they would ever be able to adapt the features of the Raven Eye into the software of it. Maybe they would. Maybe they will. I don't know. But then I think that would drive the price of it up.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I agree. But longer battery life, and now they're starting to use carbon fiber in their products. And this is funny. You want to laugh? Because it took them to come up with another Ronin to put carbon fiber in one of their products. They couldn't put it in the drone. They put the carbon fiber in a Ronin. You mean to
Well,
tell me that Ronin is more indestructible than that FPV drone? Yes, it is.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, but how? I mean, how?
If I were to take the Ronin, if I were to take the Ronin and just drop it from
You know,
five
but
feet, it would survive. Would you do that with the DJI glass drone, the FPV drone? No. You drop that drone from
I don't,
5 feet, it might survive, but it's going to loosen some parts.
I don't like to do that with anything. But I mean, no, I get what you're saying. I just think that the probability of that drone crashing to the Ronin hitting the ground is greater.
Oh, impact, most definitely.
So what I'm saying is that DJI would their loss and gains
Yeah.
on the scale would be ridiculous. You know, care refresh would be something that's more of a deterrent than you know, a plus for you to be able to recover your drone if it's ever damaged. So I don't. That's why I don't think you'll see the carbon fiber on the drones like that. You won't see that.
Well, Bob Casey put out, everyone's been saying they should come out with carbon fiber, a carbon fiber drone. Apparently, they have a deal with the plastics manufacturer.
Mhm.
because the fact that even their second drone, DJI second drone, whether it be that Sin Whoop that they're advertising or another type, it's going to come out with the same plastic body.
With the plastic body, it's all right. I mean, it's just not tumble proof. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it's 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 almost, how would I say, as if DJI is so far up on the pinnacle, they're looking down and saying, if we spit on them, they'll buy it. Hey,
No,
View Chaser, what's
no,
up?
they followed the business line of business of how to do business, and it's just like anything else. If you come to me and I'm your doctor and you have a problem, right? I've been trained to look at your symptoms and your situation and do what?
Yeah.
Diagnose it and write you a
So
prescription.
you can treat it. So you can treat it and get to the next
Right.
person.
Get you a prescription for some medication that will treat your symptoms, not cure it, but treat your symptoms. Why? Because the money is in the comeback. It's in the medication. It's in the constant going and going and going and going.
To get that yeah.
It's not in the giving you something that you don't have to aspire for more.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Because look, watch this. This Ronin is coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'll be 5 minutes better than the other one, a little bit lighter because of the carbon fiber, and there'll still be issues of like, maybe I should get that one.
Hey, the offer's starting to sound sweet now, huh?
Yeah, it's starting to sound good. Maybe I should get that one.
Well, all I can do is tell you, you have the Ronin 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. It would be nice to see a comparison of the both.
What are you trying to say?
You could always use an extra Ronin. In case you want to get rid of the Ronin 2, I could rent it on shoots, What? What's wrong, man?
Because I'm just thinking knowing how DJI gets down,
yeah,
it'll be a totally different Raven Eye system that runs this new one.
It's funny you say that. They would possibly do some stupid shit like that. They probably would. They probably would do something stupid like that. And just now we have a new Ronin. Well, we introduce Raven Eye 5.1 or whatever. Yeah, it's highly possible. You know how they do.
Mm-hmm. Well, it just says here. Well, see, the same Raven Eye works on all of the Ronins, right? That
for now.
Well, no. Well, listen, it works.
You might have to explain a Raven Eye for those guys who don't know what a Raven Eye is. Well, that would be good. I think that would be good.
Well, most of these guys know what the Raven Eye is. I mean, the Raven Eye. I hardly ever use it if I use it at all. Basically, if you have a studio and you're by yourself, you can set the Raven Eye up, and with the software on it, the Raven Eye will track you, and you can do demonstrations.
Thanks, Matt.
And it will move the gimbal as if you had a cameraman constantly focusing and everything on you. So it's like having a one-man studio.
Yeah.
It's a nice little setup. I mean, you could even use it to do dumbass YouTube videos. Or play around with it.
Well, Bob Casey brought up a point. Bob Casey brought up a point I wanted to address. He says DJI is slipping to some degree. I agree with that. Releasing drones not up to par. Release it and then do firmware updates. After updates, the Air 2S and the MA2 release with no problems, as it should be. Yes, but you have to think about it this way. With all of the stuff that the Mavic 3 has now, especially with the latest firmware update.
Hold on a second, Lawrence. I mean, I'm not to cut you off, but I'm glad he said that. But you see, he mentioned what, the Air 2S, the release of the Air 2S. The release of the Air 2S. I mean, if you go and you start looking into the drone, there wasn't much of anything that you didn't already see in their drones already on that drone. I mean, it was an upgrade in the sensor size to what you were used to in the Air series. Also, you have to keep in mind the only other upgrade to that drone pretty much was adding another set of sensors on the drone and putting in the OcuSync 3.
Right.
So there weren't any other features that had to be added to that drone that Air series didn't already have, that would have made the software transition more difficult. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. I do get it.
Weren't much different. It was just to add 2 more sensors up on the top to make it really look like a baby frog, and to well, one of the frog species, and to add the the larger camera sensor. I feel they had issues with the camera. Yeah, I could have seen that was a problem, but they've done it with the Phantom 4 Pro. They've done it with the Mavic series. So they pretty much got the camera and all of that stuff down to how to put a 1-inch sensor into these cameras. You see, that wasn't even an issue with the Mavic 3, going with the bigger sensor. That camera didn't even have much of an issue either.
True. That is true.
So the issues is in all of the features, especially these autonomous flight features that these drones have. That's where some of the issues come into play. But the Air 2, the 2S, there wasn't much from the 2 that was any different as far as what was going on inside the drone. It was the same batteries and everything.
I get it. Sorry, I do get it. It's just that there was a time you could purchase a product from a company and it worked the way they said it worked. And I understand you save a little money, but it's all about Bob Casey and everyone else. You need to understand this. Microsoft has been doing it in the United States for decades. And it's a matter, back from the days when we had DOS on computers, it's a matter of reaching that launch date so stock goes up. That's all it's about. If you say you're going to release something, today's 6/1, June 1st, 2022. If you say you're going to release something on June 3rd, 2022, if you have to push it back, your stocks drop.
I understand that. But then again, that doesn't affect, DJI here in the States because it's not a publicly traded company. As far as that whole firmware update thing, we accepted that a long time ago when we accepted all of this computer control and everything like that for our devices, that, the same guy that's complaining about it now is because it's in his backyard. There was a time where
but he says, but he said, Bob Casey, and I agree with him, how many people actually use the autonomous features? He says he has twice in the last 6 years.
Okay, but if we left them off the drone, there'd be a rip-roaring hell.
People would be asking
like it was in November.
Well, you know what it is? DJI does like car companies. Mm-hmm. You have a Porsche, okay? The Porsche does 180. We're just talking hypothetically. The Porsche does 180. You know, living in the United States, you will never hit the speeds of 180, but god damn it, it feels good to know I could.
I don't know what you drive, but if I had,
But we're not talking about you and your GTI in your heyday.
I don't know what you drive, but if I had something that did that, I'm trying.
I hear you. I hear you.
There's got to be some strip of road here in New York I can hit it on. A little bit. At least a little bit.
Just a little bit. I could agree with you because I did have a motorcycle, a Ninja at one time, and I wanted to experience what it felt like to hit 130 miles an hour. And I did on the Van Wyck, and then something clicked in my head. At 130 miles per hour. What happens if you hit an oil slick in the middle of the road? Just
anything.
Yeah, I know, but that popped into my mind while doing 130 miles per hour on a motorcycle, down like this, and I wind up slowing down.
Without anything you hit,
I didn't stay at 130. I hit it for about 3 seconds and was done.
Anything that you hit, you going heels over head.
Yeah, you're right.
But anyhow, back to what I was talking about with this here and firmware and stuff like that. We kind of accepted that many years ago when we started to accept these devices from companies that you remember when your father complained about things and how they were changing, and you sat there and you said, "Oh, well, the technology is good." Now I sit here and you sit here and we complain about the technology. It was good when we were young coming up. And, and this is what we get, devices that constantly need to be updated to be able to be the thing that we thought we were buying in the first damn place. So they optimize this and they optimize that. You have gone through this, but every single smartphone you have ever bought.
Yeah, you're right.
Every single one.
You're right.
Sorry, but every single one you have bought.
And every time you get used to one update, as soon as you get used to one update, what do? They change it up. They're up to Android 12. I just freaking got used to 11.
Well, it's not even so much a changing the version of the Android system. It's the fact that they're always optimizing how something works. Because when you start changing programs, they may affect something else. You understand? And then you're writing on top of another program to begin with.
True. That's true. You are overwriting. So but getting back to this Ronin, I've watched videos and seen comments on the DJI page saying people are already happy with the Ronin 2. How much better can the Ronin
because it works good.
Yeah.
That's why I said to you, what more could they put into it?
But they do. You did mention that this RS3, this RSC3 will focus on smaller cameras.
Well, that's the whole purpose of the C3 was for your mirrorless cameras.
And I must admit, from these pictures here, I don't even own a camera, and I'd like to own one of these. Well,
but they're nice. I mean,
nice size screen here, nice toggle button that your thumb fits into.
That screen is not even for you to use for viewing what you're doing. It's only for
for the interface.
Right, for what modes you're in, your interface, and what you're actually doing.
I'm assuming this is a zoom button, a zoom wheel.
Well, you can do a couple of different things.
Or you can program it though, right?
Right, you can program everything on the damn thing. The problem with this thing is that when you start dressing the Ronin, it starts getting heavy.
Yeah.
Right on the side, there's two, like right there. You see right there, those two screw holes there.
That's a
You can put a monitor, an arm right there for a monitor.
Oh, get out! Oh, that's right. Yeah, I have seen some with a monitor. And this is the plug for it.
Right. There's a
Oh,
lot of different things you can do with it.
here we go. Yeah, the M4. It's all right. And you can screw, so you can put a monitor or any other external device. What about a light?
You can put a light on it. There's a lot of different things you can do with the Ronin.
Okay. All right. Well,
You have to buy the parts to build it out.
yeah. Understand. All right. Where are we?
And then you could
That
be,
camera is only as good as the bloke holding it. Yeah, I agree, Andy.
but
Ronin gimbals are for the pros, commercial work. The OM4, the OM5 work just as good.
right. But
See,
also, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You
just
start
like the Osmo, it's only as good as the camera attached.
right. So what I'm saying to you is the better these cameras get, the lighter they get, the older Ronin, you slap a better camera on it and you're good to go, because now some of the things that you might not have been able to get in a camera that your Ronin can actually handle,
Mm-hmm.
weren't able to do. But now you might be able to. It's the improvement of some of these cameras.
Understandable. Very understandable.
You might not have made something like this many years ago. One for mirrorless cameras. Come on. Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, though. You're right.
Like I said, the two works great.
Huh?
Two works great.
Well, listen.
It's got the you can flip it. You got the under the skirt mode where the camera's kind of like looking up from down low.
Right.
Like people are checking out like a car or something.
Mm-hmm.
When they hit the tires, comes pan around the back, that kind of shot.
Yeah. Like what I was attempting to do with the Osmo Pocket,
Okay.
which was when we did the car show,
Mm-hmm.
when we did those car shows a couple of years back.
Mm-hmm.
I borrowed the Osmo Pocket from someone to use. That was interesting to get those down low shots and come up on the tail end of the car and stuff like that. That was fun, to be honest. We need to hit dude up and ask if they
You could
see if
do
we
that
can do
with the
another
Ronin.
car show. Huh?
Well, you could do that now with the Ronin.
Yeah. Electronic stabilization is getting better and better every year. Well, see, this is it. Everything is starting to come with stabilization. Your cell phones have stabilization. I made a mistake, Herman. Remember, I said, "How come I can't shoot in 8K anymore?" And it was because my stabilization was on. Stabilization only works in 1080
Gotcha.
for your cell phone.
What I'm saying with this thing, what's the most?
Andy Cortez, I've seen some bloody awful footage from the Mini 3 being posted over here in the UK. I've got better footage with the Mini 1.
I'm sorry.
Russell, go.
I'm sorry. I mean, maybe it's that guy who did it. I don't know. Some of
What's
the
this?
I've seen was pretty nice.
Oh,
What?
Russell Glerum was saying, Phantom, I saw you in a bed. Did the sex change operation go smoothly? I'm like, huh? And then I forgot you had you posted a picture being in the hospital. And I was like, okay, all right. Now
You read everything that they put in the chat, no matter what it is. You will always read it out loud.
well, I was debating on whether to erase the comment or not. Because I was like, well, hey, what? Anyway, on with the stream.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, I mean, that's one of the other things could possibly get better is the stabilization, and maybe even feel even a little more friendly to the guy who's balancing the camera on this damn thing.
Well, I'd like to see it in action. I mean, I've seen yours. I've held yours with the camera on it and stuff.
It's kind of heavy.
And huh?
That's just the mirrorless. Imagine having the RS3 or the RS2 with a bigger camera on it. So I mean, that gets even heavier.
These guys are hearing the ambulance going by. That ambulance went by two blocks away from me, and these guys could hear it. Huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Cool, Bick. What's good, man? How are you, Ray?
What's good, man?
Ray, I'm breaking down, and before the weekend, I'm gonna get Litchi. I'm converting to the Litchi squad. Harley FPV, what's good, man?
Harley. They got him, right?
I heard a siren. Herman Ride is here, Gary.
Got him.
Recovery 1.
Oh, see. see that? What's up, man?
Quinn Dynasty, how are you? Welcome to the Wednesday nights with those guys.
Welcome. I know what's going to happen there, Gary.
What happened?
I'm going to have to be over there in the chat on his stream.
Tomorrow?
Tonight.
Yeah. See?
Making sure
you can get Gary back because he's so busy running the show. He misses everything in the chat.
Making sure everything goes well in the chat.
Yeah, of course.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, well, all right.
Oh no, Ray, I have Litchi. I just don't have it on all of my all the devices that I have. And then now that I'm using the RC Pro, I mean, those things are still issues to begin with. But when I was good with the Go 4 app. I had Litchi from the days of the DJI, was it the Go app? Yeah, that's what they called it, the Go app.
See, Andy Cortez is like Ray. Ray has used Litchi since I've known him. Andy Cortez, El Smeghead, says he's used Litchi since 2017. It doesn't replace the Go 4 or Fly app, but it has more telemetry and analytics than that Fly app. I'm sorry.
Well, I can believe. Well, yeah, that is true, but
the telemetry. I don't want to have to squint my eyes to say, oh, they did make the satellite button bigger. They listened to someone. They made that wow. But the telemetry that's in the Go 4 app, I've gotten used to.
You heard me, Lawrence? Still can't see it without a good pair of glasses.
I do. I need to go to the eye doctor too and get some glasses.
Yeah, man. No. Can't do it. No, but I mean, I like to see what happens when it comes out. What is it gonna be? Carbon fiber? Let's get it.
Right.
Let's see what it looked like. I don't know.
Okay.
I just like the way they set it up with that black and the red, trim that they have on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are nice colors.
Try to make it look slick.
Almost racing colors. That black carbon. It matches that black carbon look.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the black carbon look with the red trim is it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm checking. I'm just checking something on here, and
what you gonna get the? Which one you gonna get, Bob? The new one? Oh, the mini. Wait a minute. You're getting the RC Pro controller. Okay.
Yeah, this is night 2, Corey.
So you're gonna get the RC Pro controller and you're gonna get the Mini 3. Okay.
Mark Fisher, what's good, man? Hope all is well on your end of the world.
Hey, Mark, how you feeling, man? You know what, Lawrence? Bob said he's gonna get the RC Pro.
What happened?
Bob said he's gonna get the RC Pro.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk a little bit about the RC Pro, but the RC Pro is an interesting purchase right now. a real interesting purchase. It depends. I mean, I guess this depends on where you want to go.
Right.
You know, it's different. Well, you know what? What time is it? We can get into it. You know, okay. DJI released a new update, new firmware update for the Mavic 3 drone. Now, you know, the Mavic 3 was announced last November.
Yep.
And we got this drone, and this is going back to the comments that were made earlier. This drone was missing features, and a lot of people had a lot of complaints about it because I believe the sticker shock on this drone was, you know, it was there, you know, and we knew it was coming. And we said it here on Those Guys many times: be prepared to pay at least $1,000 more than what you were paying for a drone to pick up this drone. And when it came out, the features that no one uses, everybody was pissed off that they weren't on the drone. And
yeah,
you know, and being honest with you, at that point, some of the other things that had occurred with that drone weren't even an issue at that point, such as, you know, the GPS issues. That wasn't even an issue at the point. So, you know, we got the update from hell, excuse me, on that drone that gave us those features that everybody was saying that they were mad that the drone didn't have.
right.
You know, they got these features, and then like I said, I call it the update from hell, because I know from using the Mavic 3 that the GPS issues didn't occur for me until that update.
Right.
You know, and now they came out, like I said, with this new firmware, update.
4,200 Canadian with tax for my Mavic 3.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa. So, you know, like I said, it had the GPS issues. They came out with, you know, the firmware that they claim fixed it, but it didn't fix it. You know, between the GPS issues and what some people had issues with the telephoto lens, that part of the camera, the
But
telephoto.
you know what? I honestly think the GPS issues were a distraction to keep you from thinking about all of the other stuff that didn't come with it. Because
because the GPS issues, what are you saying? The talk or the excuse me, the actual issue?
The actual talk itself. People were focusing so much on, wow, how much time is it going to take for me to take off? People even did GPS videos showing how long. You did one. A lot of people did them, but no one thought about the smart features whatsoever because they were all just concerned about the GPS.
Because we got those features. Those features were in the drone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those features, see, everything that was talked about in the chat earlier is what we're talking about right now. It's hitting home right now with this thing here. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. We got those updates that gave us those features. The biggest issues that were left on the table was the GPS and the telephoto portion of that camera. That were the two issues that everybody had a problem with. You know, and then now with this new firmware, which was version 01.00.0700. Now, this series here unlocks the full potential of the telephoto lens and the full potential of the, what do you call it, the Mavic 3, and it supposedly fixes the GPS issues. So believe it or not, the Mavic 3 has finally arrived.
Yes, now the full bird is here.
It is now the Swiss Army knife of drones. So
I agree with you, because once they opened up that second camera, now, yeah, that is quick. I was typing to them in the chat explaining that you actually took off with your You got home locked before I did. I was standing around BSing, knowing you would take a while, and you remember?
That was before. That was before this firmware update.
Right. And now with the firmware update, you guys should get in there like that.
Now watch this. I'm going to get into all of that. I'm going to get into all of that because what I want to talk about is some of the things that came up with this thing. And I know it was an issue for Big Matt because me and Big Matt talked about this thing a lot about with that telephoto camera and this thing here. And now they've added the ability to switch to the telephoto camera in photo mode. And also it includes single shot, AEB bursts, and timed shots, supporting JPEG, and RAW photo formats. And it also has ISO settings, shutter, and shutter speed settings in that mode. So it wasn't there. Those things weren't there before. You didn't have the ability to change that or to go to raw photo in that setting. Now you can. You know, the ability to do certain things with this is now going to change. That now that they've opened up this camera. You know, I did the dolly zoom with that camera before the update, and it took me a minute to figure out how to get it to set, to get it to work properly.
Yeah.
But I got it.
Well, it came out good. It came out real nice.
But
Just
now,
Facebook messes up resolution so bad.
Well, it looks better here on the computer, but now that I can do other things with it, you know, you know, like I said, there's a lot of things that was added to this here. You know, you can now, what is it here? Okay, yeah, switch the, okay. And now, what is it? Like I said, switch the telephoto camera in video mode, supporting 4K from 25 to 30 to 50 frames per second, and 1080p from 25, 30, and 50 frames per second. You know, in those formats, and also with the ISO and shutter speed settings that you can manipulate in those, you know, and now also, I'm not going to cover everything that's in it. Just a few things here that really jump out at you now. You know, adding what's this HLG for the Hasselblad camera, adding HLG and D-Log to master shots and quick shots. You know, what else does it have here? Now, this is something that jumps out for a lot of the guys that have the SYN version of this drone. Whereas now I'm going to shoot where you can get ProRes now in 422 and ProRes in 422 LT formats for the SYN version. Now, you know, this is one that kind of bugged me out. And, you know, we were playing around with the APAS. Mm-hmm. A lot of people kind of lost on the APAS and stuff like that. Well, now the APAS, right, has now an added...
Is even better.
Right, but it has an added feature called Nifty. Now, I haven't had an opportunity to check it out, and I kind of feel like I don't want to, because Nifty kind of don't sound right to me.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. But that's an option in bypass when using the APAS 5.0. So that's another set of things there that's there. So now we talk about why some of these firmwares come out, you know, these updates, not only to add things, but they also optimize how things work. You know, this firmware comes out now, it optimizes the focus performance when recording with this is another thing we're talking about, Big Matt, when recording with the tele camera. It also optimizes stability of the aircraft when shooting hyperlapse. Now,
Okay.
I didn't notice much of an issue with that when we did the hyperlapse, but there seemed to have been an issue with shooting hyperlapse. I know there was an issue with shooting hyperlapse in areas that had a what we call that. Do you know what? We get them all the time out here. Oh, why? I'll forget this for her brain freeze right now. The altitude zones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was issues with it shooting in altitude zones. There was also issues now. I believe you can use the wide angle lens now and shoot these hyperlapses. You couldn't do it before. So some of these things I haven't gotten a chance to check out, but what I did get to check out was the fact that with this firmware update,
that nifty feature, don't try. DJI said it will probably crash your drone. You should use that APAS nifty mode going cinematic slow.
Yeah, I'm good with the niftiness. You know, I'm all right. It works nifty enough for me and the other features. Now, the RC Pro controller, it got a hand up, whereas that now we open up the combinations and the ability to use all of these programmable buttons that are on it. That was one of the things that was in the update for the RC Pro. Also, they have another mode in here. So, like, say you're flying in like the daytime or whatever, and it's really bright. There's a thingy, and you can do the little thing. Kind of brightens up the screen a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even more than what it was before.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how they did that one, but it's in. They did, like I said, they opened this thing up finally. And this drone is finally here for everybody. Now
all features, everything.
Now, when you start swinging and looking at the prices of what something like this was supposed to cost, is it still not worth it? I mean, the drone does a lot of things. Once again, you see, talking about the controller, the programmable buttons. You now almost don't even have to go into the screen to touch anything anymore with you're flying with the RC Pro. So when was it Bob was saying he wanted to get the RC Pro? There's a lot of things you can do straight from the RC Pro controller.
Well, I'm interested in the RC Pro. It's just right now economically, I'm slowly converting my FPV birds to digital. But after I convert my FPV birds, my favorite ones, to digital and give away a few, I'll probably wind up getting the RC Pro, because when you let me use it that night, we were in Brooklyn, over by New York. That was real nice. I liked that. I didn't have to hook up my monitor. I didn't have to put a tablet holder in. It powered up and just waited for satellite.
Well, see, this is what it is. I let you use the smart controller because the smart controller can link to the Air 2S. I was using the RC Pro that night. You were using the smart controller. The smart controller is not much of a difference. The only difference is when.
Oh, I'm sorry. I made the correction. I actually went to smart controller. I said RC Pro.
I wouldn't buy the smart controller right now if I were you. And I'm going to get into why you wouldn't, why you shouldn't, and why I personally don't think you should, because with this new firmware update and everything, like I said, this controller, not only did it get the updates for opening up the parameters for the buttons on that drone, on the controller. From my understanding, the new controller that comes with the Mini, has been updated to work with the Mavic 3. So to my knowledge or my understanding, I mean, don't quote me on this. I can't say to the definite, but I don't see why the Air 2S wouldn't work on it.
I pray. My logic behind it is,
And the top
DJI
of
would
the
be
retail,
DJI would be shooting themselves in the foot, because if you could go out and buy a $200 controller over a $1,200 controller,
well, there's a lot of differences in this controller too. And there's many differences. You don't have all the programmable buttons that you have with this one. You still
true,
have
that's
still
true.
have to touch
That is
face
very
to
true.
face with almost everything with that controller. You don't have the brightness that you have with the controller. There's a few things that are not on it. There are buttons that are, like I said, that are not on it, just in regular buttons on the programs that are programmed from the Go
And
factory that are not on that.
well, here's my issue right now. While you were talking, I looked up the price of the smart controller, and it said 1,200, 1,199. Then I looked up the price of the RC controller straight from DJI,
Probably right.
1,199. The same exact price.
Right.
So yeah, that does make a lot of sense. It doesn't make sense to
What?
get
The
a
smart controller? The smart controller is out of stock. I
Mini
wouldn't even
3
think
RC
about
controller would be sold soon.
I wouldn't
Right.
even think about it, and I wouldn't even think about buying the smart controller for anyone, because unless you still have some of those drones that work on the Go 4 app. That is the app that thing is probably optimized for.
Hey, Angie.
If it's
Right,
on
I
the Go 4
understand.
app, I believe that that's where its sweet spot is. No place else. It didn't work well on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Fly app. Hey, Angie, what's going on? No, but that's where I think that app, that controller shines on that app. You're still flying those drones,
Mm-hmm.
and you want what I think you can pick them up now wherever you can find them for cheap. The price is going down on them.
Right.
The RC Pro controller is a very good controller, and like I said, with the update on it, it got a lot of those features. Now you're just a button pushing and the clicking of this and sliding that, and at the tip of your fingers, all of the buttons are there. The ones on the bottom, the ones on the top, with the little toggle.
Right. You can actually do a production now.
Well, no, you can find the stuff that you want by using
A lot easier. Okay.
those, because you can program them yourself to make them do what you want them to do.
True. Well, you were doing it last night after the update.
I was resetting mine because after the update, certain things got changed, and there were features that were added that I didn't have before. Like I showed you here, when it set everything on, when you open it up, all of that new stuff is set in auto. You don't want it in auto. You want to be able to adjust those things yourself when you're using those cameras. You understand?
That's true. Yeah. So you want to be able to go straight to that feature or straight to that mode.
So that's
like me, I switch. But like me, I switch between camera and photo mode a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to have a button specifically to switch, even though the button is right there on the front, if I don't have to take my hand off the controller,
that's what I have. Like this guy up here at the top for, you can hit that button and switch back and forth between those two cameras.
Yeah.
If you wanted to put it in the toggle, you can put it in the toggle. You bump it down and you go back. You go to that camera, and you pop it up. You go in the camera, so you pop it down twice, and you come out of that camera.
Okay.
It's the same as like if you had, you rode motorcycle,
mm-hmm.
1 down, 4 up, and all of that.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
it's the same thing with the toggle, and then to the left and right, you can use that to control aperture setting.
And to be honest, I'm getting spoiled, and I don't even own a smart controller because now that that night you let me use the smart controller, it let me know how much less stuff I had to carry. A tablet holder, a tablet holder strap, or whatever, and it's just a convenience of being able to pull the drone out and start it up and be ready.
I'm liable to give away a tablet holder right here on the live stream one day because I bought it.
You don't use the one you have.
Don't use it. I gave you one.
Johnny.
I gave you one because I had that one. Yeah.
And that's the best one I've had. That one snaps right in. It doesn't come out and everything. Lightweight. Yes. Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer, what's good, man?
Yeah,
well, like they were saying about the Nifty option, I
Uh-huh.
would pass on that until you see some of the pros use it.
Let's see.
I'm just saying, that's just me personally.
Hold on a second. How long you been flying, man? You are considered as one of the pros. So if you can't, if you're not, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm not trying to mess with the niftiness of this thing because it's nifty enough
There's no need.
in the
She's
settings
nifty
that
enough.
in the
She's
settings.
nifty enough, damn
I
it.
don't know what that means, so I'm gonna leave that alone.
Nifty means nifty means care refresh nifty.
Yeah,
Jackson RC, what's good, Chris? How are you, man?
I thought that was thrifty.
You know what? You can well, you're right. Right now, the Mavic
Yeah,
3 is the Swiss Army knife of consumer drones.
it's got
It does
everything.
everything that every drone below it does and more.
It does everything. You want to zoom in and zoom out. It is now. It has opened up all of the parameters of this drone. There's nothing else to complain about. But I mean, there's always going to be something for somebody to complain about on it. And I'm almost positive maybe might be something in it that I don't like. But it's finally here, man. It's arrived. The drone's here. All of the features are there. You know, one of the guys over at what was that, Drone DJ? They had a test that one of the guys test the satellite, acquired satellite in the backyard. There was a video. Lawrence didn't show any of the videos for anything. The Mavic
The
3.
Dreams, not the Dreams one.
You didn't show the Mavic 3 video. You didn't show none of the. That's all right.
The Mavic 3 video I have set up Dreams.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Mavic 3 for like the last half hour now.
Well,
But
we can keep on talking about her and
I thought you would have showed it in like the background when we first started, like they do it on the news, on those programs. You know how when we give like a visual aid to the people and make them, feel like they're escaping the reality and just basking in the whole ambiance of the what's the word I'm looking for here?
All right. Well, if we can get back to the story, I can show the video because to be honest, I actually forgot about it.
No, but they did show video. They had a video where a guy tested the ability to acquire satellites in his backyard, and because he was in, what they claim was
this isn't the right video.
What happened? That's the Mavic 3 video.
Okay. One of the Mavic 3 videos.
So that is the Mavic 3 video.
Okay.
I was showing you to show you the camera and how beautiful it shoots and what it's capable of.
Well,
the promo videos for it. But just saying that, with this, the guy did a test to see if it would acquire satellites and how fast it did. And it was on the Drone DJ article.
I saw it. Oh, you know what?
And
I can actually pull that one up.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait. Here
on
it
the
is.
Class C airspace, so he couldn't fly, but apparently he acquired satellite in minutes.
Here it is right here. It's showing, if you watch the clock in the lower right-hand corner, up here, it jumps straight to 9 satellites.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're at 12 seconds. That was 10 seconds, give or take, that it acquired 9 satellites. We're coming up on 20 seconds, and he's only at 9 still. 23. Here's 10 at 23 seconds. And I think at about 30 seconds. There you go. At 31 point something seconds, it has 14 satellites. It had 12 and now it has 14 at 37 seconds.
So apparently they fixed the fix of the fix.
Yeah. The dude Quinn was saying that he did the update after watching Billy Kyle's and did not. Thank you, Ray Kelly.
I didn't work for him.
Thank you, Ray Kelly. We'll make sure we send everyone over to your stream. I got 20 satellites in under a minute today. M3.
Right. So did I.
Yes.
So did I.
Have a great stream, Ray.
Yes, Ray. Have a good one, man.
And I'm impressed.
I got it in no time.
Dude, I every time I think I get impressed by a new drone that comes out, they come out with something else that impresses me even more. Did you see the footage that Big Matt put on Facebook of the Mavic 3 that he put on those guys? I want you to say, I've been looking for night footage like this for a very long time. And it wasn't in those guys. Let me check another group.
I spoke to.
You know what? Let me go to his damn page. I know he posted it on his page.
I got the drone with me. I'm not going home after work.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Matt did not post it on his page, of course. I'm looking for the video that he posted, and I don't want to go through other groups to search for it. But Big Matt in the group posted just a short of Manhattan, and I was very, very impressed. I've gotten the same shot with the Phantom 4 Pro, and we know the Phantom 4 Pro doesn't compare, but that was the last drone other than the Mavic 2 Pro that impressed me with its night video. Before these little drones started coming out with software that did things to make it better than.
I'm gonna tell you this: with that 10-bit color and the Mavic 3,
yeah,
there's so many different places you can push and pull those colors. You saw, I don't know if the video or the photos that Matt had produced were from his Mavic 3.
Yeah.
But if you notice that they were so much different than mine when we working the colors the way we worked them.
Yeah, I did notice. I definitely did, and I'm impressed with the Mavic 3. I'm just saying, you call it the Swiss Army knife of drones right now. There's nothing on the.
I heard it referred to as that in an article, in an article about a review that a guy did on the drone. He called it the Swiss Army knife of drones because it says it does everything that you need in a drone and then some.
Right.
But now, you talk about this update. This update opened it up to be able to actually use these things.
All right, Chris, later.
That guys wanted. What happened?
Saying later to Chris, he's saying he's going to fly.
Hey, have fun, man. Nobody has more fun flying than him. This guy flies damn everything.
Living the life.
He's always
living the life.
Every time I see a video of someone, he's either at one of these hobby shops. He got a lot of them in his area, unless he's traveling, or flying something.
I agree. Don't forget to check out
a lot of big boy toys flying.
Yeah. Don't
forget to check out what?
Well, I was getting ready to say, don't forget to check out Ray Kelly and Johnny Drone Flyer immediately after us.
Okay.
I actually had fun on Ray Kelly's show Monday. This week I'm on tour, I guess. I have my regular Sunday, and then I had to do Ray's live stream, and then we have your regular live stream tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to be on Gary Brant Ariel's live stream.
So Gary's live stream, you got to prep.
Yeah.
Bag shrimp, you got to coat your stomach first.
What happened?
You got bag shrimp, you got to coat your stomach first.
Drink some milk.
Yes.
Man, I haven't drank milk in so many years. It'd probably get me sick.
Gary can't make it. I drink milk.
I'm sitting here, listen to my stomach gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
No, I was gonna
yeah, for real. You know what happens when you don't have something for you. But Congratulations to DJI for finally making the Mavic 3 the full-grown Mavic 3.
Yes, it's now stretched its legs. It's finally here. It has arrived.
Because
So,
it's
I'm not telling everybody to get their hopes up too high. Don't take it from me. Go out there, those of you guys that have it, and check these features out. Because like I said, they may not work, and they may work, and they may work good for some, and they may not work good for others, but there's always going to be something that's good for somebody and not good for the next guy. So I was happy with the fact that the damn thing caught satellites without having me sitting.
Well, the day that I was
longer than the damn flight.
But the day we were out flying, usually I put my drone down and I said, I'll wait and stand there and talk with you while waiting to get satellites. And in about a minute or less, it said home point acquired. I'm like, shit, I could have put my drone down and took off. I'm standing here being nice, talking with you and stuff. I mean, I know I didn't have to wait for you to fly, but I figured I would hang out with you while waiting to acquire satellites.
And then I got those batteries. You got to come down before I do.
Yeah, that's another thing. I can burn a battery and a half before. I thawed the shrimp on Sunday. It should be gray by tomorrow. Wow, Gary. You can cover up the gray, Gary, with cocktail sauce. You do know that, right? It's the fishy smell you have to worry about. You can't get rid of. But I look forward to it. I look forward to it, Gary. And I didn't get no shrimp, Angie says. Angie, are you serious? Ray Kelly's live stream had shrimp and lobster. You were on Gary's stream and you didn't get any shrimp in the green room? Wow. So you're going to give me the gray shrimp and give her nothing.
So I told you, Lawrence, put 2 bowls of M&Ms. Let them fight it out.
That's all we have in our green room, right? Plain M&Ms with peanuts.
That's it.
You have peanut allergies, stay away from this one. You can still eat the chocolate. Cocktail sauce, question mark, ketchup.
Yes, we have a bowl of M&Ms even during and after COVID. Dive your hands in it.
Hey, Roger.
Yeah, dive your hands in the bowl of M&Ms.
I'm done with you.
Bowl of loose M&Ms post-COVID.
Could you imagine, right? What's good, Roger? Hope all is well with you up there in Canada.
I mean, it's good if you don't have any kids in the green room that don't like the brown ones.
True. Thanks to everyone who commented on the last video. Yes, not a problem.
Hey, man. Who's that, Roger?
Yes.
I saw that, Roger. Roger's tracking the tractor.
Okay. Yes, that's Roger. Oh, sorry. It's been a long day.
What happened? You tired?
Man.
You know what you do, right? Always look at it like this. The other guy's tired too.
You got to stand up.
Stand up.
Angie says she felt left out. She didn't get any shrimp on the last live stream.
I don't know.
Angie, I would speak to the production. I'd speak to who's in charge of production there.
What stream was that you were on? Because not every stream has a shrimp in the green room. But yeah, Lawrence, I don't know. This drone, man. What's some of the things that you saw in the features? I mean, you don't have the drone, but for me,
I was happy they activated the second camera to its full potential because it didn't make sense to have. It did not make sense to have one camera that was working fully and another camera that can only take JPEG.
Right, that was a thing for me, and now it's opened up a lot of the settings. Well, that's why those were the ones that I mentioned. Well, pretty much that was the meat of what was in this firmware update. Not to mention the fact that what the controller now can do with just a push of buttons and toggles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not too crazy about the combination movements on it. But
okay.
Yeah, because I just don't see that working well. Like, the zoom wheel and this will do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm good.
It just takes some getting used to.
Nah, you'll see what I'm talking about. All right.
I mean,
if you're pinching to fly with, right?
Yeah.
With that controller is something that is you can do it, but now you have to go away from it to do something like, say, like the dolly zoom.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have a thumb pull as well as a finger pull.
So that's interesting. So now, right, you have to pull back with your thumb and pull the trigger at the same time. Is it on the same hand?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. It's not hard, but you can train yourself to do that. It's just muscle memory. It's like golf, muscle memory.
But now that the camera doesn't jump and you can actually, it has better focusing, and you can also, change your shutter speeds and your ISO in that camera now, as opposed to what it was telling you had to shoot it in.
Right. It was forcing you to shoot one way, and if you shoot in manual, that limits you. So I'm glad they got all those issues out.
So now I gotta get back out there and play around with it a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, I got a project for those guys you might be interested in.
Well, you know what? I do have to do videos that I'm supposed to work on. But as far as testing out some of these features, playing around with them, I want to go over to the old stomping ground, but I would like to get. You see, the problem I have over there on Franklin Street is those damn sequences.
Dude, between the helicopters are manageable. You're right. The helicopters are manageable, but when you got a seaplane that has two landing points,
I'm just saying that they both come too close and too low.
Yeah, exactly.
Things I would like to do from the water side.
Yeah, and it was because of those seaplanes and those helicopters that I had to stay over the border and couldn't exactly go out over the water. And the one time that I did go out over the water, it said plane approaching. And it's regular warning, and then it said plane is aircraft is close. Aircraft is too close or something was a message I never got before, but it said something about the aircraft is too close. And I immediately started to descend to find out that I was at 224 feet, and that aircraft may have passed not where I was, but close to where I was at 200 feet. And then as we were leaving, the military helicopters that were going up the East River, they were flying at 150 feet.
Well, they could do that.
Yeah, you can't say nothing about it. You're right.
The other guy, the tourist copter, that black helicopter that's always flying around out there.
Yeah.
He comes too low. I was out the other day flying and
right. The other day I had to work. Saturday, I think it was.
You went down there, and it was crazy. A lot of people were hanging out though, barbecuing, having a good time out there. They had a party.
Roger says he hasn't been around lately because he's been flying almost every day for a farmer. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah. Get in that flight time and get that money. If he's gonna pay you to do it, do it.
That was the same video you had with the tractor, that farm?
Yeah. Is that the same farm, Roger? Yeah, did you put out the video?
Hey, Roger, knock it out. Get it. But yeah, Lawrence, this drone update here. Like I said, I can't wait because a lot of these things, we were waiting, and now what are they gonna do now? Drop a Enterprise Edition now that they fixed this?
Stop. Be quiet, man. Be quiet. People were shit to bed. They came out with an Enterprise Edition and just spent so much money and just spent what they spent on the Mavic 3.
Or come out with the Mavic 3 Pro and with the
Roger says yes, the farmer from the same video. They're building on his property.
Okay. Well, as they come out with the Mavic 3 Pro with the micro four thirds and a 1-inch sensor.
Yeah, could you imagine? And then throw an infrared on it?
No, I'm talking about no. I'm talking Pro. Not for the what do you call it? Enterprise. The Enterprise Edition, you can get away with a 1-inch sensor and then put a thermal camera on it.
And everything else is fine.
And a laser finder or something like that, you'd be good to go.
Right.
For distance, yeah. Listen, $10,000, no holla. I'd like to not even bring that in. They would have to bring that in somewhere around 7 or 8 because what's the price on the M30?
On the M30, 10,000.
Right. See, so you'd have to come down on that by a couple thousand, or somebody might as well just go buy that.
Well, I'm interested. You're talking about that. I'm interested to see what the price of the Inspire 3 is going to be. Supposedly, yeah. We don't know what else they're going to release.
I see a lot of leaked photos and videos on that thing.
I know, but we don't know what else they're going to release with that Ronin. If DJI is infamous for releasing a drone with something else, and then they release a separate product. You remember like that little robot? Everybody thought they were coming out with a new drone or something, and it was that robot that they release.
Right.
By itself.
Which one? The RoboMaster?
Yeah, the RoboMaster. We've been seeing pictures of the Inspire 3.
But see, here's my take on that. If you're gonna put out the Ronin and you think we're gonna get the Inspire 3 on the same day, or then I don't think that Ronin's coming out yet because you haven't been able to produce this Mini 3 Pro yet. And come on, bro.
What are they gonna do? Take another giant pre-order?
Come on, man. Come on. Before they sold raisins, somebody was selling grapes, man.
Somebody posted a picture of a guy looking through the Venetian blinds, right? Saying, "Come on, DJI, where's my Mini 3?" I thought it was so funny.
You talking about Inspire? Listen, Inspire to get that Mini 3 out there. That's what your inspiration should be about.
You're right. They haven't even got that one out. You're right.
Get your aspirations right. Come on, Inspire 3? Come on, we didn't want to pay for the Mavic 3.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Mavic, they dropped the price of the Mavic 3. People started looking in the other direction.
Yeah.
I remember.
They don't got all the features.
Well, now it has all the features.
Oh, it's got all the features now?
It's got everything.
Hold on a minute.
What more could they add to it?
Did they fix the Horizon tilt?
Stop. I think they fixed that a long time ago.
Fixed the Horizon tilt? What about the GPS?
They fixed that one a long time ago.
GPS issues?
Well, they fixed them.
Not mine. They didn't fix mine. Mine still got problems.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have a problem.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Yo, DJI, what's good with those Mini 3 shipments? Hold on. Wait, you see this? Hold on a second. Here it is. I gotta give credit to the guy who posted the photo. So the guy who posted it is hold on, let me go Stephen McCalgic. I have to give him credit if I'm going to show his picture, but
That's funny.
this meme is funny.
No, I just can't understand though about this, talking about.
Oh shit. Gary said by the time you get the Mini 3, your credit card will be paid off. Wow. That's sad.
Oh man. And then guys are running around talking about how, I got a confirmation of shipment.
Got a confirmation email that is going out in a month.
Yeah, guys are saying they're getting confirmation of shipment. So I don't know.
Give me a second. I gotta open this window.
The Mini 3, like I said, when we talked about it, when it supposedly released, was the long-awaited pre-order. And as pre-orders sink into this thing,
right,
sit around and still wait, and they still wait, And then guys say that I get it. The world doesn't revolve around the United States. I get it.
Angie says my Mavic 3 has problems. I know I don't have one. Is the problem?
I'm sorry. But the Mini 3. I mean, like I said, I know the world doesn't revolve around the United States, and when this thing would come out, and the European market was well, I don't want to.
Even Steven has one. He's in Finland. Yeah, the whole European market. They getting there.
Steven, you should send me one, Steven.
Yeah, Steven had one. He posted a picture on Twitter. He actually put out a video today also on how easy
the money. He sent me one, Steven.
He put out a video today on how easy it was to bind. What are you saying? Cancel your pre-order with DJI and send some money to Steven and have him send you one? You could probably get it quicker.
I'll probably get hassled getting it into the country because he mailed it to me. And then what'll happen, I'll get both of them on the same day. That's the kind of luck I have. No, but seriously, I don't know. That's just a thought. Yeah, like I said, talking about the Inspire 3 and seeing it with the Ronin, that would be nice. I just don't believe that would be something that'll happen this month unless you're going to drop.
No, I don't.
Both of these drones.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice for DJI to throw something out there on the same day as the Ronin, but I believe they I could be wrong. They're probably going to launch the Ronin
and 2 drones in the same calendar month.
No, I don't see it happening. Even though the Inspire was supposed to come, remember in the summer. They said summer.
You can't handle the release of the
Mini 3,
Mavic 3 coming out fully equipped when it first dropped.
Yeah,
it took you almost
Roger.
5 months later, almost 6 months later,
right?
It's arrived. And then the Mini 3 Pro. That's I almost forgot I ordered it.
Wow. And it's funny because you ordered something else that will probably get there before your Mini 3.
The Flymore kit.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Can you imagine seeing that, the Flymore kit sitting there? Well, actually, the screen protector came today.
Later, Roger. Thanks for coming in.
See you later, Roger. The screen protector came today.
Okay.
For the controller that I don't have yet. The filters will be here before the drone.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, that's that. But check this out though, Lawrence. This one is big. Joby.
Yes.
Joby Aviations. Well, They got they got their Part 135 certification.
Yes.
Now
Congratulations.
this is
Congratulations to them.
This is big for Joby, but this is not only a milestone, Lawrence, for Joby, because, and I'm going to say this, and I don't work for them, but
Meaning this is not a paid endorsement.
right, no, it's not a paid endorsement. I don't work for them in any way, shape, or form. But I feel that this is big for us too, because we were right there along with Joby the whole way along the ride. We covered just about everything that Joby put down, from airworthiness to, going public last September, from flight test after flight test with Joby. When they announced that they wanted to do, the air taxi, we covered all of this with Joby. We were right there the whole way, those guys commenting on everything that Joby did. And now Joby's got their Part 135 courier certification, and from the FAA, this will allow Joby to begin their on-demand commercial air taxi operations.
Yes, and for those of you who don't understand what the 135 certificate does, it allows you to operate as an air carrier.
Right. So you basically are working like Air UPS, Air FedEx, and all those companies. That's basically what that is. Matternet has the same certificate. All of these drone companies that are doing this has under Part 135 because of the need for you to be able to operate beyond the visual line of sight.
See, Quinn Dynasty just said that he tried the Mavic 3 and he was having issues. It took longer, and I was asking him I told him to try reinstalling the Fly app or whatever, but he says he just tried it in his living room and it got satellites in about a minute. He made a TikTok of those guys while I flew it in his living room. So we appreciate the support.
Thank you.
Yes, we do appreciate the support, and I'm glad that the update is also working for you. Like I mentioned to him earlier, before we get back to the story, Herman, I said the reason he may have had issues with the satellite, even after doing the new update, may have had something to do with KP index.
Possible, but you know what? I was going to ask you too, not to change the subject. I want to get back to this.
Yeah, we can.
The fact that if you, I noticed this with some of the issues that I've had with it. Sometimes, and it's weird because going on Assistant 2, sometimes it doesn't work with the Mavic 3. I noticed that. It didn't work the last time when I was doing it.
Okay.
But I had to do it via Wi-Fi, so it took it that time and it worked. So I had no problems with it.
Okay.
But
all right. But back to our story.
What I was saying with Joby, with their all-electric aircraft, will allow a pilot and 4 passengers to fly up to 150 miles on one battery charge at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. So basically, it's like taking a regular plane flight.
A regular plane or a bullet train?
Yeah,
to someplace. Except you're flying.
It might be a little nicer than being in a helicopter. It's going to be
a little nicer. Could you imagine at 200 miles per hour? I'm sure that thing is pretty balanced.
Are they going to have wine on this thing? Like wine, juice boxes?
I'm gonna play the video back, and I'm gonna let you know now that this thing looks like it smokes. They say it can hit 200 miles per hour. I would like to experience it. Now keep in mind there's 1 pilot and 4 passengers.
Yeah, have some wine on these things, Lars. First class wine, juice boxes.
No drinking in an eVTOL.
Why not?
And my heart's already pounding thinking about the flight. What happens if one of these props go out?
Don't worry about it. That's what the
I know
wine.
they have redundancy. That's why they have. That's why they have so many.
That's what the wine is for.
To sedate you.
Yeah, the pilot had out these juice boxes of wine like that for everybody.
Could you imagine wine in a box on an eVTOL?
It's got a little cooler up front. He passes one out to each passenger. And
Yes.
when you get halfway into your box of wine, then he takes off.
Bob Casey, thank you for coming in, man. We appreciate you. He's out the door
Thanks,
to use
Bob.
up a couple of batteries.
Okay, have fun, man.
Yeah, be safe, man.
What you flying?
Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you.
Yeah,
Quinn Dynasty. Quinn
Joby's
Dynasty. Can you please subscribe to my channel so I can go to yours? I've been trying to find your channel and I cannot. But I saw Angie said that she supported his channel. So I was going to do the same thing, but I cannot find. Let me try typing it in manually. I don't know what the hell's going on. But Ubatuba, Quinn Dynasty, right here. Let's see.
I just supported the channel.
I can't. Let me show you what's going on, guys. This way you'll believe what's going on here, because I'm like, what the? I wanted to show support. Okay,
to the channel right there.
Let me share the screen. Let me go to regular YouTube and I'll share the screen. Here we go. Now watch it work once I do it. Hold on. Sharing screen now, right here. Now I'm in YouTube, live, all, whatever. All right. It even shows our live stream live here. And I go to Quinn Dynasty, Quin Dynasty, and stuff about Chinese emperors, the Quinn Dynasty, Chinese emperors come up. See?
Well, go to that link that I just put in there. That should be enough to get you to his channel.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see what happened. There we go. Thank you. Quinn, there we go. Gotcha, supported. I don't know why it didn't take me there. Who the hell knows?
I'm fully loaded here with this.
I see. Put a drone beside my name and you'll get my family story. Oh, Quinn Dynasty.
You know what, Lawrence? You know, we got about a few minutes left here. And I know why it's taking so long for the Mini to actually come out and everything like that. But DJI...
Why is that, sir?
Well, DJI put a lot of time, because this one gentleman here, when I was understanding, he's been with DJI working on the Mini series from the beginning, the actual Mini back, what was it, 2018?
Yeah.
And DJI put a lot of time into this, because with the drone laws changing, and, you know, like I said, the European market with the need for certain class ratings in drones, that, you know, every gram counts when it came to making this drone. And they put a lot of time and research and development into this drone to be able to get something like this that was capable of flying like its bigger brothers and sisters.
Right. I'm showing the footage now.
And be able to capture similar quality images that its older brothers and sisters were able to capture. Now, the Mini 2 and the original Mini were good, but they weren't this.
Yeah.
And you know, you have sensors on this thing. You have a camera that can shoot in vertical mode, which is ideal for someone who's using this for a tool for social media. You know, it's a lot packed into this drone, and DJI, like I said, put a lot of time into the research and the development of this drone, you know, and the design. You know, and then I was just reading, you know, an article on it, and You
Well,
know,
they wanted to make sure they got it right, and that's understandable. That's what a reputable company will do. When you come have several versions of something and you want to come out with something new, you have to have that wow factor. And DJI
true,
keeps coming up with it.
true. But see, but here's what DJI also does, and this is like when we talk about wanting the next thing to come out, wanting the next thing to come out, and like they don't make you nothing. You got to think about it. This thing
Yeah.
right here is pretty much replacing the Air 2.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
Air 3 gonna be like?
I don't even want to know. I still have
Exactly.
my Air 2S. I'm
Right.
still
It's gonna
enjoying my Air
replace it's
2S.
gonna replace the Air 2S.
Yeah, I know. I could
And then
imagine.
6 months later, what they're gonna do? Make the Micro Four Thirds camera standard size camera now?
I wish they freaking would. The next drone they do, I'd get it. If they came out with a Micro Four Thirds cheaper than the Mavic 3,
No,
I
but
would be forced to get it.
talking about that controller is gonna sell for $290.
Yeah.
You do the math, that's what it costs. You're saving what, 40, $50 by buying it with the mini.
Mm-hmm. $50, I think you calculated.
Right.
There's $50 is $50, dude. Seriously. So I'm not mad whatsoever. I just wish.
But there
Wow.
are features that are not found on it
Yeah.
that are on the RC Pro. Now, if you're
Okay.
gonna nitpick and you get, well, see, here's what I'll say to you. Coming from the RC Pro,
Uh-huh.
the only thing that might attract you to this controller is maybe the weight of it, because I do understand that it's lighter.
Right.
If DJI or some way they would actually reveal the real reason as to why it's slow to the States. What's the issue with the United States that you can't release this drone yet? I don't know, but the guys in Europe got it and they're enjoying it. Like I said, if you use with this new firmware update, being able to do certain things, you don't have it with that controller. And if you do, I don't know how it's done because it doesn't have the same buttons.
Right.
So
Right.
that would be interesting to see. I said we have one coming. We're gonna see what's going on with it. And see what happens. You still there, Lawrence, or you muted yourself?
Oh, I muted myself. I look forward to being your cameraman while you do that, while you fly the Mini 3. And I
Well,
actually have fun doing that stuff now. I didn't
the
like it
Mini.
before, but now that I'm learning about cameras, I'm dying to try some stuff out now.
Uh-oh.
So don't put the good camera on the tripod. Give me the shitty one. Well, then there actually isn't no shitty camera. At least.
Thank God the settings for video and everything is preset into the camera. All he has to do is hit record.
Yeah, it's still a camera, man. Gotta make sure facial tracking is locked on and all of that. See, I'm learning some of the stuff. I just need to apply it.
Mm-hmm.
Hands on. I'm a hands-on person. Some people can read a book and learn something. I can read a book and comprehend, but unless I have my hands on it,
Women don't really like that.
I don't feel I learned it. What's that?
Women don't really like that anymore.
Hands on.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to you getting the Mini 3. I look forward to seeing the Mini 3 footage out there. I know there's a Mini 3 floating around somewhere, but
I also got another update from Insta360.
yeah,
Some things are on the works.
that's what's up. Now that I'm excited about. Gary, there's no shot in a drop tonight.
Some people don't think it'll be good. It's something to play with.
Gary wants to do a shot and a
shot
drop.
and a
Even though I
drop,
know Gary doesn't drink, he wants to do a shot and a drop. All right, in
I
2
was
minutes,
shooting.
Gary. In 2 minutes, Gary, we'll
What's
do
he
one.
shooting over there?
What happened?
What is Gary shooting over there? I got some nice ice cold water. That keeps the water nice and cold.
Oh, that's super thermos?
The Yeti cup,
Yeah.
the tumbler.
I call that the super thermos. That's the one I broke the top on.
Yeah. Can't have nothing around this guy.
Word of it, no. It's only food. Do not ask me to carry your food. That's all. I'm being honest about it.
No,
He
that's
asked, me
shit
to
over
he asked me to carry the lettuce, and I might as well have took it and just tossed it. As I dropped the container and the lettuce flew out. That was for the barbecue last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got fresh lettuce for the barbecue. It wasn't the lettuce that he dropped.
Just rinse it off with some bottled
But it
water.
doesn't matter. These guys are still alive anyway a year later.
I know, right? Oh, Angie said she's about to get her second glass.
Of what?
A shot, so she can do a shot and a drop with us, I guess.
Late.
Yeah,
Second glass.
like the mother tomato said to the
It's a
baby.
2-hour stream. You should be able to get like 3.
Angie, I'm going to tell you like the mother tomato told the baby tomato, catch up. That's all.
That's what it
Catch
is.
up. I saved one. It's that time, Herman. We could do the shot and the drop, and we're out of here.
Okay.
We appreciate you all. Thank you so much for supporting those guys. Don't forget to check me out tomorrow night on Brant Ariel's live stream at the hour before the hour.
Yeah, that one. And I guess.
And then I'll be on Sunday.
Yeah, and Lawrence will be back. Oh, we'll be back on Lawrence's channel on Sunday with some more interesting new stories. And with that, I'll say that Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys. Salute. Good night.
Good night, everyone. And I'll see you next time on Fatal Flight 101.